YouTube, anticss here with the swole on, the fro on, and if you need the explainer, I'm the Alpha Tamer. And I know I did a video recently about the new Alphamon Chronicle stuff, and in that video, I actually mentioned that I wouldn't be sharing my list because I tend to keep my list really close to home before I go compete at a major event. But it seems some people have started to catch on to the new Alphamon stuff, so I thought might as well show you guys what I'm working on. Let's talk about it. Domino, hit my music. So there is a player over in Indonesia, I believe, who has been doing really well with an Alphamon list that is actually incredibly similar to mine. Here's their list and here's my list just for your comparison. And I thought might as well show you guys some of the combos, kind of get ahead of the curve to show you guys kind of what hopefully that person was thinking about, but as well as what I've been thinking about when building this list. Let's check out the combos. All right, let's get into it. So hopefully this video doesn't take too long. I'm probably going to show you guys about 2, maybe 3 combos, something to get you all started on your Alphamon journey. The first combo is just going to facilitate putting a level 6 on the board by turn 2. Yes, I said level 6 by turn 2, just to get you closer to that aura you can play that you want to make. And then the second combo is a little bit of a surprise. So without further ado, let's get into it. The first combo I want to do is the most important one because it's kind of like our baseline combo. I'm going to show you guys all the cards required for it. With that being said, that doesn't mean you have to open with all of those cards in your hand, right? This deck has enough filtering from the draws and the searches that by the time you're getting into the combo, you should hopefully be seeing a lot of these cards. So it's not going to be as sacky as it seems, I promise, okay? For the first combo though, the main cards we want to open with are basically, you always want this Dorumon and hopefully a Cool Boy. The Cool Boy will help you search like the rest of the cards you need. You're going to want any Doruga level 4. It doesn't really matter which one. It doesn't really matter until later on in other combos we're going to go over. And you're going to want a Proto form. Cool Boy should be grabbing you a Digimon and a Proto form. So odds are you have this are decent for sure. So let's kind of get into it. Okay, this combo is going to be focused on getting a level 6 on the board by turn 2, which is pretty good for Alphamon. They weren't really doing that back in the day. We're going to Digivolve Dorumon, draw a free card. I won't be drawing any cards just for the sake of the video. Everyone knows how to play the game. We're just going to go through the combo. Okay, then you're going to play Cool Boy. You're going to reveal your 3. Grab the cards that you need. Right here, I have cards that I need for the combo, so I just already have them pre-searched. But you're going to grab whatever cards you need, leave it at that. Your opponent's at 2. Now, let's say your opponent sets you to 1. Can you still go into your 6? Absolutely. So this is what we're going to do. Promote the Dorumon. We're going to trigger the Proto form. Going into this for 1, going to 0. The Proto form is then going to be tucked under after the Digivolution. We're going to gain a memory from the Doru. We're going to draw an additional card from the Doru after we've drawn for Digivolution here. Then we're going to use his when Digivolving effect. We're going to ditch a card from hand to draw an additional card. Okay, we're back at 1. So we essentially went into this evolution for free. It's very good. Again, we reduced this by 1 and we gained the 1 back. So we did this for free. It's almost like we had training on board. Now we're going to go into the decks. We're going to then suspend the Cool Boy to gain a memory, draw an additional card. We're going to use the Dex effect to pitch a card to gain another memory. We're then going to go into a dorugrey. Now, I know you guys, we're at 3, by the way, we're going to go to 0. And I know you guys are going to say, but Ant, that's the limited dorugrey. In this particular combo, it doesn't matter which dorugrey we're going to. I'm just using this one because I like the art. Okay. And then to cap off the turn, we're going to Digivolve into Oryu, tuck something, and now we have a protected level 6 stack. All right. This turn, although you're leaving your opponent at 4 memory, this turn, in my opinion, is very powerful because you have a level 6 that can't be DP reduced and it can't be deleted by deletion-based effects. And it's plus 2k from its own effect and plus another 1k in inheritable. So you're plus 3, you're a 15k level 6 that's protected on your opponent's turn. It's going to be very hard for them to get around. If they decide they're going to try and chip at your security, you can punish them by going into your Oryuken. If they decide they're not going to chip at your security, well, here's where the super fun part comes along. We're now in our turn 3. Your opponent didn't swing. Okay, how are we going to get into our Oryuken? Well, we have Mega Digimon Assembly. This card is our new Mega Digimon Fusion. If your opponent has a level 6 or higher Digimon on their board, you can use it ignoring the color requirements. But the reason Cool Boy is so important in our deck, besides searching almost every single card in the deck, is it's the white source we need to activate this card. This card just lets you DNA Digivolve into your level 7 in your hand by using a card on your field and a card in your hand. So if you have this Alphamon, it's going to go underneath because the first color for the Oryuken Ace has to be black, and the second color is interchangeable between yellow and red. This is for 4 because of this card. Setting your opponent to 3. We're going to proc the Oryuken Ace. We're going to recover 1, and we're going to trash 1 from the top of your opponent's security, and his all turns will proc, going back to 0, and you just went turn 3 level 7 Oryuken Ace. Now this, in my opinion, is a much more powerful way to go about Oryuken Ace combo than like the baseline Chronicle. The baseline Chronicle requires like a lot more pieces at the exact right times, whereas this is a little bit more generic. The only pieces that are really required are these 3 cards, right? Obviously you need level 4, Dex level 4, level 6, so on and so forth. But like these 3 cards are very specific to the combo. If you don't have these 3, you can't do the turn 2 level 6 to turn 3 combo. Not as consistent, I should say. There are other ways to get to it. So this was our baseline combo, and now I want to expand off of that, not on that. I want to expand off of that to go into our combo number 2. All right, so for this combo, let's pretend we didn't see the Cool Boy turn 1. We're going to use it later. We're actually going to use the Kosuke turn 1. Okay, setting your opponent to 4. You're going to just get the 3 back. Pretty decent turn. You're going to raise a Doru. And the combo kind of starts the same, but before we go into full combo, we're actually going to play the Cool Boy, search whatever cards you need to grab, going down to 1. Okay, then we're going to tuck the Kosuke, draw 1 for the Dory. The reason we're tucking the Kosuke here is because when we go into the Doruga, you may want to taunt their Digimon, or you may not. We're hoping in this combo, we're hoping to see something on our opponent's side of the board that we can taunt or that we can collision with. If they don't have anything on their side of the board, you're probably not going to be doing this combo this way. But if they do, that's where this combo comes into play. Okay, we drew our card here. We're going to proto form again to go into our Doruga for 1, going to 0. We're going to draw for our Digivolution, drawing for our Dorumon. We're going to gain our memory now for the Doru, and we essentially did this for free. Same thing we did earlier. We're going to taunt what's on the other side of the board, or if we have this dorugrey, the taunt isn't needed. Okay, and I'll get there in a second. We still declare the taunt just in case. We're going to Digivolve here for free. We're going to gain our memory. Same thing we did earlier, gaining our memory, drawing our card. We're going to pitch a card off of this. Same thing, to gain a memory, go to 3. Now, if we have this dorugrey, we're going to go into it, set our opponent to 0. We're going to swing. We're going to trigger collision. They have to block with their searcher that they may have played out. We're going to use its effect. We can Digivolve into this one for free. We can Digivolve into this one for free. I would prefer this one in this combo just because if you have another Dorumon in hand, we're going to Digivolve into this for free, staying at 0. We're going to tuck another Dorumon to gain a memory, go to 1. There's a very specific reason we want to gain that additional memory and go to 1. There, guys, now deleted from this when Digivolving effect. We tucked, we gained our 2K, everything. Now we're going to use the Mega Digimon Assembly again. This is turn 2. Remember, this is turn 2. We're going to set our opponent to 3. We're going to do the same thing we did earlier in combo 1. Alphamon's going to go underneath because he's the yellow source. Oryumon's the black source. We're going to go into the Oryuken Ace, draw, recover, trash the top security, go back to 0. This is turn 2, by the way. A lot of cards are required for this one. So this one isn't quite as, I would say, consistent. You won't see this combo as often in the deck, but it's very doable, and it's likely to happen 2 to 3 times, 4 times even in a tournament run. I've done this combo quite often. This is just really, really, really good. Not to mention off the dorugrey inherit, let's say off of the Doruga or even a Dex Doruga, you pitched like one of your own searches earlier. When you went into the Oryu for free, you digivolved, and you popped their guy that you were going to collision with off of the Oryu's when digivolving effect, not the Oryuken Ace, by the way, but the Oriyumon, you would have been able to play that searcher, reveal the top 3, and grab whatever X anti-source you might have been missing. So pretty darn good combo. Even if we didn't have the Dorumon to gain the memory to go to 1, we would have been setting our opponent at 1 off of the Oryuken Ace. And this is a protected Oryuken Ace because it has the Alphamon inherited. And you have a proto form underneath. No matter what your opponent's doing for the turn, you're going to be going to 3 because you have the Kosuke underneath as well. Super powerful combo. This deck is very, very strong, and I think it's going to be a great meta contender. With that being said, let's show you guys one more combo. All right, so we're going to get into the final combo of the video, being combo number 3. The thing about this one is it's a little bit more of a defensive play, in my opinion. It's kind of like just telling your opponent, I dare you to do something. That's if you're not taunting something that they put on board after you've done what you're about to do. If they didn't put any Digimon on board, it's just like, hey, I dare you to try and interact with me. And if you don't, I might be doing something crazy on my next turn. So with that being said, very similar setup. This time, we're going to pretend this Dorumon is our Dorumon that corresponds to the BT16 Kosuke, which is the BT16 Dorumon that allows you to tuck this underneath it. So that way you get immunity from deletion-based effects, or immunity from non-deletion based effects for the turn. So it's essentially allowing you to not be bounced. Very, very strong. And we're going to play Cool Boy again because Cool Boy is really good. You should be playing a minimum of 3 in a deck. You saw both of the deck lists. Both of the deck lists play 3. Okay. Your opponent's going to set you to 1. That's fine. You're going to promote. Remember, we're treating this as the BT16 dorugrey. We're going to tuck underneath the Kosuke. We're going to draw a card. Now it is immune to bouncing. We're going to proto form again. We're going to go into this for 1 again, going to 0, tucking this under. We're going to gain a memory, draw an additional card. We're going to trash a card to draw 1. If they have something, you can taunt it. We're going to, for the sake of this combo, we're going to pretend they don't have anything, so we're not taunting anything. We're going to go into our decks again. We're going to suspend. We're going to gain our memory. Same thing we did in the last 2 combos. We're going to trash. We're going to gain another memory, okay? We're going to go into any dorugrey you want. Let's do this one just for the sake of showing something different. Going to 0. Then we're going to go right back into the same Oriyumon we've been using the entire time, almost the entire time. We're going to go into this Oriyumon, tuck anything. And now, the Dorumon gave you bounce protection. If you went into any of the other dorugreys, it gave you DP reduction protection. And this Oryu is going to give you deletion protection. So now you have an almost completely immune level 6 on your second turn. Almost completely immune level 6 on your second turn. And you're kind of just telling your opponent, the ball's in your court. You can either call my bluff and swing anyways and hope I don't have, they probably won't swing because you have the Kosuke underneath, or you can, if you chose to bring it out, that's fine, but they probably won't swing if you have it underneath. If you don't have it underneath, you can say you can call my bluff and see if I don't have Oryuken Ace and see if they decide to maybe play into it, or they end up giving you the turn back. You Kosuke to go to 3, draw for your turn, and once again on turn 3, we're going to use the Mega Digimon Assembly again, setting your opponent to 1 for now. Draw grassing like so, gaining the 3 memory off of trashing their security, and you're just doing all of this again. And the cool part is we're going to tuck the Kosuke underneath to gain a memory, draw a card, and it's like we never even lost the memory in the first place. Very strong. So to review, we have 3 main combos we went over. We had the initial level 6 turn 2 combo. We had the turn 2.5 / turn 3 / turn 2 Oryuken Ace combo. And then we had the other Oryuken Ace combo / the completely immune, almost completely immune level 6 turn 2 combo. So With that being said, I hope you guys do get a chance to practice some of these combos and see how the deck plays into the meta. And also with that being said, I do want to talk a little bit about what I believe the bad matchups for this deck are. So let's go back to the full screen. All right, so let's talk a little bit about bad matchups. So there's two notable bad matchups to me. One being Imperial with the Source Strip, and also like the Dragon mode being able to play around or you can ace on their turn tends to be a little troublesome. But that's where I think that one combo comes into play, the one where we're basically able to go into or you can ace on our second turn, which was insane to even say that you can do that. That's going to help you like kind of facilitate a lot of what you're trying to do. Even then, the problem is the Tamer, the Daikin Tamer strips any source they want. So like they can strip your protection off of your or you can ace and they can end up taking care of it via Imperial things. We all know how that goes. Every deck has its bad matchups though. My other bad matchup for the deck, in my opinion at least, is Purple Hybrid. Purple Hybrid tends to mill you quite a bit. You have multiple colors in this deck now, so you having the white Tamer, the black Tamer, plus the dual color Digimon, they end up milling you a lot and they mill you out a lot. What I've noticed in my playtesting at least is the best opportunity you have to beat Purple Hybrid is being able to get into your or you can ace as soon as possible. And usually that happens off of like a taunt, and they're really not leaving bodies on the board unless their rookies are swinging at security and they aren't being deleted in security. So that's where it tends to be a little bit of a problem. But other than that, the deck has been testing really well into everything else in the meta, with Gallant being probably the best deck of the new format. This deck has an incredible matchup into Gallant, in my opinion. The Oryu just hard walls them. They can't get around the Oryumon. Or you can ace is really good at stealing their turn. It's just very, very good. It's a very good matchup for Alphamon. I think Alphamon's kind of always been kind of a Gallant counter, as strange as that sounds. But yeah, it's great. I won't talk about the good matchups. I would prefer you guys go test the deck, try it for yourself. Let me know what you think. Leave comments. I want to hear about all of your testing. I love, you guys have seen my other videos. I'm always engaging with you guys in the comments. So please tell me what your findings are, please. All right, so I really hope you all enjoyed the video. I want you guys to do me a favor. Go give Pikumon a follow. I think it's really cool that they were kind of the first ones to like introduce the deck. Again, I had built the deck at a similar time, but I was trying to keep it under wraps, but they kind of decided to release it on their own terms. And I think they're a great deck builder and a great competitor, so definitely go give them a follow. I'll link their Twitter down below. And I never actually say this, but I'm gonna try it for the first time. It feels weird. I don't think I've ever said this on any of my videos, maybe one. But go ahead and leave a like and a sub and a comment. The comments are more important to me because I love engaging with you guys and getting ideas and just bouncing ideas off of you guys. You guys know how much I love the Digimon card game, so please leave a comment down below, leave a like, leave a sub. My editors are trying to tell me to do better about saying that. It's just not me. It's not something I really say. So with that being said, you guys know what it is. Antics here, swole on, fro on. I already gave you the explainer. I'm gonna give it to you one last time. I am the Alpha Tamer. The Alpha Tamer. Where is it? Alpha, right there. And I proved it with the combos. Talk to me nice. Peace.